For the relatives of the 301 miners killed in the Soma disaster, this was an emotional day. They'd come to see the start of a trial of 45 people accused of being responsible for what happened hundreds of meters underground last May. The defendants include 8 former managers charged with murder.
Words are not enough to express our pain. I have another son. He still works underground. He goes there every day. Every day he goes there, and I wonder when the news will come.
The disaster happened when a pit was engulfed by flames and carbon monoxide gas. Some 800 miners were trapped. An investigation found a long list of faults, including a lack of gas detectors, badly maintained gas masks, and poor ventilation. No government officials are on trial, although there is a separate investigation going on into the inspectors who gave the mine an operating license.
If the ministers do not grant permission to launch a probe against civil servants whose wrongdoings were confirmed with expert reports, it is a direct intervention by government against justice. It means that the government avoids putting their officers on trial. It means that they protect them.
Prosecutors are demanding 25-year jail sentences for every one of the 301 victims. A month after the Soma disaster, and Turkey's parliament pushed through legislation aimed at improving labour safety. But this country still has the worst record in Europe when it comes to workplace-related deaths. And so far this year, more than 350 people have been killed, according to Turkey's Council for Worker Health and Safety. Bernard Smith, Al Jazeera, Istanbul.